Yeah, so just picking up on the news that we're hearing that Barcelona may be taking Frankie de Jong out on tour with them. For Manchester United now, is that not completely unacceptable? Because we cannot go into the season with Fred and McTominay as our two in midfield. It is an absolute farce that we haven't spent any money on that midfield. Surely there is another target there. Surely there is someone else. There was a second option, and there is a Tielemans, someone like that, because we can't wait any longer. If Frankie goes on tour with Barcelona, I think we have to sort of draw the line, don't we?
It's a cool thing to do to go watch AFL and then go.
I really just my tummy is now like rumbling.
Match day is here, just outside Amy Park, the home of Melbourne Victory, who United are playing tonight. Their build-up has started. The vibe around here already, it feels good. The weather, someone told me that the weather was no good here, said it was crap. But for me, I'm loving this. I think I'm going to have to take my jumper off soon. But yeah, this is it. We've just walked across from the MCG. We've got plenty of footage in from there. The stadium is spectacular, and preparations, like we just said, are all well underway over there. Now, the day after, it's pretty much all about the game and what's going to happen tonight. Who's going to play? Who's going to be fit? Are we going to see Harry Maguire tonight? The questions are being asked, and I think we are going to see quite a number of changes, to be honest. There was a few players that didn't make an appearance over in Bangkok, likes of Ethan Laird, Jimmy Garner, Alejandro Garnacho, players like that we're hoping to get a glimpse of. Hannibal also. I think we're going to see a lot more of the younger players today, but I think when you think about it, Ten Hag now, he's shut down the open training sessions here. There's no more press conferences now until Perth, so it looks like he's getting down to like the real nitty-gritty of training and pre-season now, which is good. Not good for some of the fans, but when we're looking at it from a fan's point of view in terms of what we want from the season, I say that's good. It just means that it's serious. The players are already coming out saying that the fitness levels are, well, they're at a different level. We've seen that in Bangkok compared to what Liverpool's were. So obviously there is an effect going on right now. So for me, not having the training sessions open, I look at it from an actual fan point of like, we're getting down to business now. That's good. So really, we're not going to get any sort of idea of how this is going to go tonight in terms of who's playing. We can only assume from like what I just said, the players that weren't playing probably need game time, but nearly every player in this squad needs plenty of game time. So let's not forget, we're trying to get into a position now where we're going to be ready for the season. So going ahead, I don't care. I mean, if it's first team again, let's do it, and then just integrate a few players from there. But yeah, we're just going to have a walk around now, just going to get a vibe and get some more images from what is an amazing Olympic Park around here, and then take it from there and then build up to match day. Okay, match night now. It turns dark very quickly around here. As you can see, the MCG all lit up in red. Crowds building now, the atmosphere bubbling. Everyone looking forward to what's going on. I've just been inside the MCG there. It is weird to see an Aussie rules pitch set up in a football pitch, sort of cut off half. But yeah, that's what we're here for. And to be honest, it does feel like a match night now. You got the smell of all the burger stalls and everything like that. It is cold like Manchester, so it does feel like home from home for me right now. Ryan stood behind the camera, not so, because he's not used to doing this. He's always been in his cushy office there doing his editing and stuff, but that's what it's like. Anyway, yeah, looking forward to it now. It's team build up, all the press and the media are starting to fill up in the press box now. Like I said, fans filling in. The gate's going to be open soon for people to start heading into their seats, and it is just one of them now. It's like, can't wait for the game, can't wait to see how Ten Hag's going to go ahead in terms of his team selection. Is it going to be similar to Bangkok? We're going to get two halves, probably, but who's in them two halves? There was rumours before from some Australian fans who spoke with some players outside. I think one spoke with Jimmy Garner saying it's going to be very similar sort of setup, so I do expect to see the first team as well. So we may, and I said this before, I think it'd be better if he does still keep playing the first team, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that we're prepping for the season. They need to be match fit, so I don't expect to see wholesale changes. I expect to win for United, that's what I do expect, but honestly, I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone and hoping that we play exactly the same way as we did. And we just come from one of the supporters clubs and the bars and that, and the atmosphere is bubbling. It really is. You see on the clips everyone getting excited that United are in town, and this is it now. Close to 100,000 seater stadium packed with Man United and Melbourne Victory fans. We're told the Victory fans are quite boyish, quite loud as well. Whether or not M&M have got two teams and they're going to be supporting either way, but all comes into it's going to look like a really good atmosphere, hopefully. So yeah, just looking forward to it now. Build up done, back inside. Quick half-time roundup from the game there. Sluggish start for United. Poor down the left-hand side of the defence. People will question that, obviously, with the links of Martinez today. Will Maguire be playing on the right? If Martinez comes in and plays on the left-hand side, that's where the goal came from. We can control the game from there. Standout performance was Jadon Sancho. Happy that Martial was in the 6-yard box where we needed him as a number 9 for them predatory instincts, and all bodes well for him going forward. 2 games, 2 goals. Rest up now. Still, standout, definitely Sancho in that first half. Play, Jadon. Played, Sky. Well played. Victor. I'll change under Ten Hag. It's looking like there's change off from the sidelines. Does it feel like it's changed on the pitch there now as well?
Oh, I don't know. I think we are focused on the team now and we try to do as good as possible. So we try to be fit and we do our best.
You've experienced Ten Hag before. Do you feel like there's a vibe, a good vibe and a confidence within the squad now under Ten Hag at training and in the games?
Yes, but on the end the players have to do it. So what I say, we have to do everything what we have. So.
Yeah, you feel confident and happy with your 2 performances so far in pre-season, finally?
Yes, there's always space for improvement. So it's early, so everyone will do. On the end, will be better and better.
Donny, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We've got a new partnership in midfield, and you and Charlie now, haven't
we? Charlie is one of my good mates. We've grown up together throughout the whole academy, so to share a picture of him special, obviously, yeah.
That's it. As a youth player coming through now, do you feel more confidence coming through under someone like Ten Hag, like you and Charlie both coming through at exactly the same time? He's got confidence in playing you both together in an established team already. Does that fill you with confidence that both of you going in there together, that you have got a chance going forward?
Obviously at the start it's a bit nerve-wracking, because you're playing for Manchester United, you're on tour, so many people watching you, but once you get that first pass, once you're inside the game, you gain a lot of confidence. But it's special, yeah. Me and Chaz, we're 2 young players, but we just try to give our best, and yeah.
I just spoke to Tom Heaton there a minute ago. He came through the youth academy himself. I asked him a question. He said, does this feel like we've got a new batch of quality youngsters coming through right now? He said there is some serious talent in this team and they're all taking their chance. Do you feel like if there is another opportunity for you this season, when it comes through, you'll carry that confidence forward from the tour into the first team and say a cup or a league game?
Yeah, of course. If I get my chance, obviously I'm going to try and take it. But even if I don't, it doesn't mean I won't stop working hard in my 23s. But yeah, with confidence, it's in your head really. Once you're in the game, you try and be more involved. So yeah, confidence is massive. Yeah.
Yep. And lastly, enjoying the tour with the first teamers. Laugh. What's going on behind the scenes? Is it fun?
it's the best feeling, honestly. I've grown up loving this club, you know, playing since I was 8, 9, and you know, to play in front of 90,000 people, floodlights, it's every boy's dream. It's definitely something I've dreamed of, and you know, to play today and against Liverpool for the first team, and even the Champions League, it's hard to describe, but it's amazing.
Mate, you've earned it. Well done, mate. Cheers for speaking to us. Cheers, mate. Full 90 minutes tonight. Pushing there. You know what we have? It's number 2, but there's a hope going into the season. You know, performances like that, confident performances. It looked like the defence was confident playing on you tonight as well. You feel like you have got a chance of coming in more games, Europa League, all the cup competitions this season as well?
Yeah, I hope so. Enjoyed the 90 minutes tonight. You know, every opportunity you get, you want to impress. New manager, gives everyone a clean slate. Feel good at the minute. I'm really enjoying the new regime. And yeah, you know, from my personal point of view, the idea is to go and compete. You know, you want to try and be in the shirt. We've got a fantastic goalkeeping department. Obviously, Dino's just gone out on loan. So yeah, we'll wait and see. But from my part, I'll keep trying to do all I can.
You was here last season. From the outside, it looks like there's a lot of change this season. Is there a different vibe now that Ten Hag is here? Do you feel like the players are taking to the training and it feels different? There's a lot more confidence, it seems, within the team.
Yeah, that's fair. I think last season was difficult. You know, we had some real difficult moments. But sometimes on the back of that, when you battle through it together. There comes a little bit of unity in that, and I think looking at the new energy the manager and his staff have brought, the players have responded to it, and so far it's been good. I mean, we're early, you know, and there's obviously, you know, on the back of last season, I think there's a fair bit to do. It wasn't a particularly good season or anywhere close to. So there's a lot of work to do. But at the minute, yeah, it's definitely moving in the right direction. And what you can see, I think, is the general feeling in the camp that everyone's buying in. Real good ideas. There's a real good intensity and just a good energy from the whole group. So yeah, it's good at the minute.
Yeah, there you have it. 8 goals, 1 conceded. 2 games into the tour, Manchester United are flying. I said it at half-time, there was a little bit of a hiccup early doors. You could blame the left-backs, Luke Shaw, you could blame Lindelof, you could blame Maguire, but hopefully that sort of thing will be ironed out by the time this tour is finished. You can see Ten Hag, you can see the reaction to every single mistake now. I think a lot of eyes are on Ten Hag because we're not seeing enough or hearing enough from him, sort of in press conferences at the moment, but what you can see is what's happening on the pitch. And I suppose as a United fan, you've got to look at that and go, I don't really care what Ten Hag has to say. I don't really care if he says nothing. As long as I'm seeing on the pitch exactly what's going on and what sort of plan is being implemented, I'm happy with that. Today was one of them games where, like I said, the slow start didn't help things. It looked like we was going to come up against a flat back 11 in Melbourne victory, and they just wanted to take whatever chance they could on the break because they did have some fast players out there, and it proved that way in the second half. I can't remember exactly the name of the ones that they were, but they did pose a threat, and that was their game plan. To them, they stuck to it, to the credit, and they held out for a long time until the last few minutes of the first half. Then I think United had already got control of the possession, and then we started creating chances. Important goals again for Martial, 2 in 2. Most important goal of the night was Marcus Rashford. And a special mention for Eric Bailly for, again, another marauding run. He was the one that created the goal for Palestri in the first game against Liverpool in Bangkok. And today, again, literally marauding forward from centre-back into midfield and laying a perfect ball in for Rashford, who tucked it away brilliantly. And I thought Rashford was very good tonight again. The forward line of Martial, Sancho and Rashford is the biggest plus point from this whole tour, besides the youth players, which I'll get into in a minute. But Marcus Rashford, Martial and Sancho are on fire right now on this tour. Yeah, the pressure's going to come when real games come about, but looking at them three and the way they're playing, particularly Sancho on the right hand side, where we bought him for, I thought originally, he's now, it looks like he's got a different lease of life. And yeah, you can say that it is only pre-season and keep saying that, but you can only play what's in front of you, and you can only play as well as you can against that opposition. And I think at the moment that front line especially is doing that. Bruno finding his feet, he's keeping it a lot more simple. There's not as many Hollywood balls as some people would pull him on normally. Keeping it simple, very energetic still, very boisterous, but not in a bad way. Again, it's friendly, everyone's nice, it's tour, it's all going well. We'll see when the chips are down, when we're getting hammered 2-0 and it's all going wrong, which that will happen, because today you've seen again, there's gaps on the break. We're accepting, under Ten Hag, in my opinion, that we are going to lose possession. I said this in the last match review against Liverpool. Accepting we're going to concede. Accepting we are going to lose possession and be overrun on one particular side. There may be a one-on-one situation. So what? That's what it looks like at the moment. It looks like we're actually accepting that We're going to score more goals than you. You do what you can. You're going to have to take your chances because we're just going to go back up the other end and score. Yeah, only 2 friendlies in. The opposition, Liverpool, not completely fit. Melbourne Victory, a championship side at best, no disrespect. But like I said, you can only play what's in front of you, and that just looks from where I'm standing exactly how we're putting it across on the pitch and how the players are playing. They're sticking to it and they're going with it. Performances today, like I said, Sancho, but then in the second half again, and we've just interviewed Iqbal. You would have already seen that video on the United stand. A player full of confidence. He can feel it when he talks. I asked a question about him whether he would go on loan if that option came about, but he feels confident enough. He'll see what comes about to break into this Manchester United team. That's the confidence in a youth player. And if he's playing with this first team, under this manager who's given him confidence to play alongside Charlie Savage as well, who has been excellent on this tour so far, then you can see these players wanting to stay around and feel the confidence to compete against these first team players because they're going to get that chance. Yeah, it's going to be different when the Premier League starts. They're not going to get as many opportunities, but what they can show while they're here is that confidence to play alongside that team, get to know that team while they're on tour with them. I asked the question, what's it like behind the scenes? He said he's living a dream. Living a dream. That's all it is. I also spoke with Donny. You'll see that video up as well. I asked him if he was confident now coming back from Everton that he'd get a chance with United under Ten Hag. Very hush-hush and tight-lipped about the situation, but he's happy to work hard and keep trying to get better and better. And we know that he's had his best years on the Ten Hag, so maybe we've seen another midfield option there. All of a sudden, I'm looking at 2 midfielders, central midfielders in Donny and Iqbal, and you could even add Charlie Savage to that have got potential going forward. You add a Frankie de Jong to that equation, and then you're looking at a bit of depth because you've got all these competitions coming up in the league, the cups, and you're going to need that depth. You're going to need that depth, and we've got it there. Yeah, early doors, but I can only speak and talk about what I'm watching. The future, that's up to the players to convince me and the rest of the fan base that they can do it. They can do it under pressure when the chips are down. We're going to see some batterings probably this season from what I'm seeing so far and the way we're playing. On that note, I'm going to finish by saying Harry Maguire was back tonight, the captain. Showed some good moments, but I thought was at fault slightly for the goal. Bit rusty maybe, first game back. Going to be interesting because we're all hearing now that obviously we are going to be bringing in Lisandro Martinez, a left-sided centre-back. Maguire was pushed over to the right today. Maybe it will be applied. Maybe Martinez is coming right back into the team. Big decisions for Ten Hag to make because there's a lot of centre-backs at this club and there's going to be a lot of action going forward. But in terms of this game today, slow start, good finish. Confidence is growing. It's growing, and we move on to the next game, which is here again on Tuesday against Crystal Palace. So bring it on. Let's see what else we've got, because players are going to get fitter, the opposition's going to get better because they're getting fitter, and we're going to get more challenges for this team, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what comes of that. Guys, cheers for watching. This has been your matchday vlog here in Melbourne. First game against Melbourne Victory, a good win. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. Cheers for watching, everyone.
The United Stand on tour. Supported by Wash and Go.